Hello everyone, welcome to Yoga with Susan. Today's class, we're going to be doing something a little bit different. We're going to be using a wall as a prop. So get your yoga mat lined up with the wall if you have space. So your yoga mat will be, I guess that would be perpendicular to your wall. All right, but first of all, let's get started by maybe taking a few nice inhales and exhales through our nose, getting settled in. Taking a breath in through our nose and out. One more time, breathing in and breathing out. All right, we're going to walk up next to our wall here, facing the wall. We can put our hands about hip height. We're going to walk away from the wall, and as you walk away from the wall, have your hands come flat on the wall with your fingers spread really, really wide. We're bringing our torso in between our arms, making sort of like I guess that'd be like an L shape. Or you can think of this as like a downward dog kind of shape. We're going to call this one downward dog. We're going to hold this for a little bit here. Feeling a nice release in your back. And then we'll walk back up to standing. All right. We're going to stand next to the wall. We're going to bring one arm out with our palm facing the wall. So our one arm, your palm is into the wall with your arm out like half of a T. And then you're going to turn away from that arm as far as whatever works for you. This might be really tight. So if it, just go however far it works, turning. That's a nice little stretch on your shoulder. All right, we're going to do downward dog again. Here we go. We're going to walk away from our arms. We have our downward dog against the wall again. Let's hold this for a little bit. Taking a breath or two here. And then we're going to do the other side on this stretch. I have to move over so it's hitting this wall. Okay, so now the other arm is out like a half of a T, palm against the wall. And you're just kind of turning to the side, leaving that arm out against the wall for a stretch on this other shoulder. See if you can stand up kind of tall. Turning, getting a nice stretch here on that shoulder. Wow, that really is stretching. Okay, coming back around, we're going to do the downward dog one more time. Downward dog on the wall. Walking back, our head is between our arms. Okay, coming back to doing the next thing, which is going to be chaturanga at the wall. So we have our hands now, shoulder height and shoulder width with your fingers spread nice and wide here. You don't want your hands turned inward or outward. They're just nice and wide fingers. And then we're going to do this chaturanga thing by, our arms are straight here. We're going to bend our elbows, coming up on our toes. So our elbows are alongside our body, nice and close to our body, up on our toes. And then we'll come back. So it's kind of like a push-up on the wall. We're going to do that again. Here we come. Forward, lifting up our toes, and coming back down. One more time, bending your elbows. Your elbows are alongside your body, nice and close, and back down. We're going to do now the upward dog or cobra using our wall. Same kind of idea. This time, when we come forward on this chaturanga, we're going to think about our chest lifting up like you have a string attached to your chest, and then we'll come back down. So it's not so much of bringing your head back, like you're not cranking your head back. It's more like you're lifting up your heart. So let's do that again. Feet should be approximately hip distance. All right, coming forward again with this chaturanga, and then if you want the up dog cobra kind of feeling, and back down. Let's do that one more time. Here we come forward, lifting up, rising up, and back down. And then let's do that downward dog thing again, walking back, making our L shape. And then we'll come back to mountain. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is chair pose facing the wall. Now you might have done chair sitting against a wall, but this one we're going to do right with our toes right next to the wall here. Your feet are parallel, so not turned in or out. And you're going to bend your knees until your knees hit the wall. We're going to lift our arms up. See if you can get your arm, walking your fingertips up till your arms are straight with your hands against the wall. Your hands can be turned out like you would on chair pose with your pinky side of your hand against the wall. Maybe see if you can lift your toes up and put them back down. And then we'll stand back up. We're gonna do that one more time. All right, here we go. Next toes are next to the wall. Bending your knees, you're in the chair pose. You're gonna walk your hands up and your palms can be like facing each other with your pinkies next to the wall. Oh, sorry. Don't do what I just did with my neck down. Have your head nice and even on top of your shoulders. All right, stand back up. Sorry, I just noticed I was looking down. Okay, we're gonna stand up nice and tall. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is on the floor. We're going to come to a kneeling position. So this is my right side. So my right side is right up next to the wall. And then this is my right leg that I'm putting out. We're going to do a low lunge here. So we have our our knee lined up above our ankle. We're going to be nice and tall. And we're going to turn with our cactus arms against the wall. So you have, that would be like the right side of your right leg against the wall, turning to the wall. And if you want, if this feels okay on your neck, you can look behind you. If that doesn't work on your neck, just look against the wall. And then we'll come back to the middle. We'll do the other side. I don't want to have my back towards you, so I'm going to do it over here. So, okay, so, and if the ground that you're on is like hard on your knees, you can always fold your mat over. Okay, so now your left side is next to your wall and your left leg is coming out, having your knee lined up over your ankle. The left side of your hip is next to the wall. We're going to make our cactus arms and twist towards our wall. And then we're going to have our, see if you can get your forearms next to the wall. If you can't, you can have them away. But if you can, have them next to the wall. And if it works for you to look back behind you, go ahead, or you can just look at your wall. All right, very good. We're going to have our feet right up next to the wall. So it's staff pose with our feet at the wall. And we're sitting up nice and tall here in staff pose. And then we're going to come forward. And however far forward works for you, hinging at your hips. So coming forward, hinging at your hips. You can have your hands on your thighs, or maybe they come to your shins. Maybe you can reach your feet or your ankles, whatever works for you, whatever feels good. And then we'll sit back up. Now notice where your mental note of how far your hips are away from the wall, or if you have something handy, you can put a little marker there, because that's how far your leg length is from the wall, which we're going to use in this next thing. So for this next thing, we're going to stand back up. We're going to stand wherever you made the mental note, or maybe you put some little marker there. So you're standing that far away from the wall, standing up nice and tall. And then we're going to hold on to one of our knees. And then we're going to straighten that leg. So our foot is against the wall. All right, so we're standing on one leg, one foot is against the wall. We're going to bring our arms up, standing nice and tall with your head on your shoulders, nice and tall. All right, very good. Let's take a breath or two here in this nice little pose we've got going on. And then we'll put that down. All right, we're gonna do the other side. Okay, here we go, standing nice and tall. And then lifting up the other knee. This is a little bit of a challenge in itself, to straighten that leg and get it against the wall. It's not that scary, it's a little scary. All right, bringing your arms up here. Oh yeah, this is very good, excellent. And let's hold this for not long, just a little bit. Maybe another breath or two. All right, and then we'll come back to standing. We're going to go back to the floor now. We're going to do a reclining pigeon, or figure four, sometimes this is called. We're going to start by laying on our back. We're going to be putting our feet on the wall again, this time with our knees bent. So our knees are bent, we're laying on our back. We're going to cross one ankle on top of the opposite knee, and then flexing the foot on the foot that's on top of your knee. So flexing is bringing your toes towards your shin, in that direction. They're not going to get to your shin, of course, but that's flexed. So we're just going to lay here in this position for a little bit. It's kind of a nice relaxing position. Now your hands can be turned up if that feels good for you. You could even close your eyes here in this reclining figure four. All right. Let's stay here a little bit longer. This is a nice little stretch here. Or reclining pigeon, this is also called. All right, we're going to switch sides. So now this foot is on the wall, the other ankle crosses over, your foot is flexed. This knee can be out to the side, and your hands can either be turned up or turned down. We're just going to take a few breaths here in this pose. This is a good one if you have problems with sciatica. So it's a good stretch even if you don't have problems with sciatica. All right, very nice. Let's hold this a little bit longer here with this nice little stretch. All right, very good. Let's bring our knees in, kind of rock side to side a little bit. And then we're going to do legs up the wall. All right, so we're going to sit really close to our wall again. And then we're going to turn so our legs are up the wall. All right, here we are, legs up the wall pose. Oh, this is a nice little relaxation one too. This is what we're doing in place of Shavasana. I think I've done this before on one of my videos with the legs up the wall. Today, let's make a V shape. So we're opening up our legs, making a V against the wall. We'll hold this for a little bit, taking a few breaths here. Breathing in and out. Your eyes can be closed. Your palms can be either up or down. We'll hold that just a smidge longer. And then we'll bring our feet back together. Let's hold this a little bit longer here with our legs up the wall. We're going to try this tree thing while we're like this. We're going to bend one of our knees and then open that knee to the side. See if you can get that, your hip turned out so your knee is kind of against the wall. It's okay if it's not. I mean, it could be out, but maybe you can get it against the wall. And then maybe you can get your foot into your thigh here for this sort of a version of the tree pose. Oh, that's kind of interesting to do tree like that. Let's have both legs straight again. We're going to try it on the other side. So we're bending this knee and then using your hip to open your knee to the side. Now on this one, I can't get my knee all the way to the wall, but if you can, then you would do that, and maybe you can get your foot into your thigh here for our little extra credit tree pose here. Oh, very good. Excellent. Good job, you guys. I can't see you. I'm just saying it's good. I'm imagining you're doing it very nicely. And now let's have both legs straight again. And we're going to take a nice breath in through our nose. Inside out. All right. Feeling yourself melting into the earth. Feel free to stay here as long as you want. I'm going to end today with a little saying from Will Rogers. I like this little saying, and that is, don't let yesterday take up too much of today. All right. So if you're done with your legs up the wall, we're going to just come back to a seated position. If you have any favorite quote that you like, you can leave it in the chat. And if I like your quote, maybe I'll use it next time. All right. Well, thank you, everyone. Thanks for coming. I hope that you liked using your wall as a prop. Hope to see you next time on Yoga with Susan. Namaste.